Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the two national referees officiating this match. Our first referee, Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Joven Racelis. And now let's meet the starters. First, for EcoOil LaSalle Green Oilers. Setter number 5, Echo Adahar. Outside spiker number 9, Noel Campton. Middle blocker number 13, Ned Del Pilar. Middle blocker number 15, Joshua Magalaman. Outside header number 17, Vince Maglino. Opposite header number 20, Rui Ventura. Starting libero and team captain number 22, Maynard Guerrero. Head coach for LaSalle, Jose Roque. And now the starters for the Cignal HD Spikers. Middle blocker number 8, team captain JP Bukawan. Center number 3, Owa Retamar. Outside spiker number 10, Wendell Miguel. Opposite hitter number 17, J.M. Ronquillo. Middle blocker number 20, Lloyd Josafat. Outside spiker number 21, Louis Ramirez. Starting libero number 7, Vince Lorenzo. Head coach for Cignal is Dexter Clamor.
Alam mo, pwede mo sabihin, FEU Lasal itong laban na ito. Sa dami ng FEU dito sa laban ito. But may mga spattering of NU players. Let's take a look at the starters for both clubs.
These are big name players for De La Salle in the landscape of the UAP right now, crossing over to the Spikers turf, and Welcome Town also already a part of the national team. Meanwhile, for the winningest club in the history of the Spikers turf, at least 6 national players in this fold. And then suddenly, Steven Rother also joins on board, playing his first game for the Cignal HD Spikers in their last win. 6 national players,
wow,
at least.
First serve, it will belong to Cignal, and we expect a long route for this one. I don't think we'll end in 3. That much I will say. Everybody wants to go home early, but I doubt if we'll finish in 3. With the intensity that these two teams bring here today, really. And first serve is underway. And first long rally underway. I was saying, looks out.
That's out. In the last game of the Eco Oilers, they committed 38 errors, and that was almost their undoing against the Navy Sea Lions. But eventually, Toto Maglino and Maynard Guerrero rescued this team from the jaws of defeat and went on to win their last match in 4 sets.
Retamar all set to serve anew. First point is already etched on the scoreboard. It belongs to Cignal. Here's Adahar set, and the bullet handled well by the floor. Miguel fires away, and it's on the ground. Second point on the board.
When I talk about the offense of the Cignal HD Spikers, they're number 1 right now in terms of attack percentage at 47%. Up against the second best blocking team right now in the Spiker turf. Offense versus defense. Let's see what gives. 2-point lead here to open up set 1 for Cignal.
You know, most of our stats are, if you're hitting 50%, it simply means you're hitting 1 out of 2
Exactly.
attempts. Okay, that's a long serve, and it's the first point of the Oilers. Noel Campton is about to serve, standing just about 6'2". Alam mo, normal na ito, 6'1", 6 feet. It's a volleyball player nowadays, ano?
Tama yan.
Dami.
Only played 1 set last time that this team won, only scored 4 points. That's a confidence low for Noel Campton.
Ronquillo goes lefty. Adahar sets. This is neutralized and kept alive. Reset offense. Block! Nowhere to go.
And that's Lloyd Josephat. From the UE Red Warriors all the way to the national team, now donning the jersey of the HD Spikers. Definitely top of radar defensively. Contains Toto Maglino. Shut down his offense and bring down the efficiency of the Eco Oilers.
Toto will definitely be watched here today as Wendell Miguel unfurls his serve. The push, jammed at the net. Pushed to the back row. We have people. Yeah, blocking fault.
For a 3-point lead here. The battle at the net. One here by the HD Spikers in that last sequence for a 3-point lead.
Rocket serve. Adahar sets the quick. They miss. They adjust in the air. He went to the simpler route. And that's going to work for Cignal. They now lead by 4.
One of the more decorated players in the most recent NCAA season. Protege of Coach Sammy Akailar. Our big name also for the HD Spikers. Also already part of the national pool and the national team. That's Louis Ramirez.
Adahar, Malino, block. He's got to find another route. Now he's really marked.
Adahar is going to find his hands full here against the defense of the HD Spikers. You can see the 5-point lead. Nice duel also between Retamar and Adahar throughout this match.
Coach Roque will probably make some points about that set being made by Adahar.
Sa bracket talaga. Sumusunod talaga. Ngayon, pag alanganin yun talaga yung timing mo, hindi ka susundan. Susunod tayo sa ano. Daanin natin sa ano, bilis. Connect. Okay, huwag natin daan sa power. Tara.
Spread. Ganito, starting pa lang to. Nagkakagulo pa tayo. Kunin lang natin yung connection sa isa't isa. Okay? Pag nagkamali, next mo lang gato. Laban natin to.
Be, may pasa naman tayo. Atake na lang tayo. Tara. Be, animo!
Sa dinami-dami ng volleyball terms na pwedeng gamitin, iisa lang ang universal.
Ano po doon, sir?
Tara.
Sa English?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Diba?
You couldn't help it, sir.
No, I could not. Campton was kind of clear in his message to his teammates that they were in a state of disarray. We got to calm down. We got to establish or reconnect to each other. Good advice to his teammates. Adahar will change. No, he's still going there. He wants Maglina to get something, and they get something out of that one.
A touch? According to Coach Jose Roque, it's not all about power, but Maglino once again detonates a powerful hit. Infraction called against Cignal. 2 points in the set here for EcoOil.
And that's going to work. Pasapap knocking it down from the center.
Against Magalaman. Magalaman has been playing so well for De La Salle. Magalaman was one of their leading scorers as well for EcoOil throughout this conference.
Cignal establishing their lead with a 4-0 run earlier. Here comes the set reverse. It's not going to be reached despite the effort of Ventura to track it down. We arrive at the first technical timeout at 8-2. I'm sure we're going to hear from Mika when we return.
Back at the Nair Sports Arena for your Spikers Turf 2024. As we know, this is the first time that EcoOil DLSU is facing their former captain and JM Ronquillo and vice versa. And they all had mixed emotions today. Let me relay a few. Joshua Magalaman said, sobrang idol ko po yan si Kuya JM. Grabe ang variation ng mga palo niya, kaya naghanda ako. Noel Campton, excited ako coming to the venue dahil alam kong makikita ko si JM. In fact, nagpunta pa ako sa kanya at kumain pa kami ng cupcake. Vince Maglinaw, nakakapanibago kasi magkasama na kami sa Lasal since high school. school. First time ever nasa kabila siya ng net. Rui Ventura, who took over JM's position of opposite, I'm very nervous. I really have big shoes to fill, but human nature, I also want to make a name for myself. Lastly, Coach Jose Roque, syempre satisfying makita ang player mo mag-shine. You feel like you did something right, pero sana, wag naman masyado mag-shine today. Sir Sev, Coach Ronnie.
Akala ko, and because nobody tells stories like Mika Bisamis, akala ko sasabihin niya, I have big shoes to fill, but I want shoes of my own.
Like we all do. Like we all do listen to Mika's stories all the time.
Yeah, she's the best storyteller.
Can I spill some of her stories, sir?
It's up to you if you want to get out of the venue today as a whole, doing everything that you do. I wish you luck. In the meantime, the score is 9-3.
No scoring run here so far for the white shirts as they're behind by 6 here in set 1.
Yes, that will.
Oh my.
No, it's outside. That down the line attempt missed the target, and that'll make it 10-3, a 7-point lead.
Still no daylight here for the number 13 scorer so far with 48 points scored for the Eco Oilers for a 12-point average. Toto Maglina.
That's a lot when you consider that the most you can score in a 3-set win is 75. In the meantime, a point for LaSalle as they get their 4th of the first set.
37 Maglina. This is what Coach Jose Roque was telling me earlier. It's not all about force. It's all about variation and finding ways to score, especially against those multiple blockers on his face since the get-go.
Nice to see a couple of head coaches like Aaron Velas sitting as assistants for EcoOil de La Salle. Nicely dug up that time. Cleanly handled by Lorenzo, but that's blocked.
10 blocks for Magalaman. So far in the competition, Campton. Let's see. Joining forces with Magalaman. Is that Campton? Oh, yes. First block for Campton and the Eco Oilers lead down to 5 for Cignal HD Spikers from a high of 7 points. Yes, a 10-3. First 2-point run of the set.
That falls over the net. Still alive. Pipe attack. Bantoto from the rear. Look at the digging from both sides. Ramirez flies and scores.
Excellent floor defense for the two teams. Eventually, nagkatalo sa transition. And Ramirez able to get to his sweet spot. Excellent set. Good misdirection by Bugawan. Ramirez with a cross-court delivery.
Here comes Ramirez anew. That's into the net.
Down to 5 once again. Luis Ramirez. Nobody scored in double figures for HD Spikers against Iloilo. But nonetheless, Ramirez had 8 points on 8 of 13. That's over 50% accuracy with his attack rate.
Here's the gentleman from Masbate, Magalaman. Josh, who stands 6'1". That one is going to puncture through. Ramirez, unstoppable here.
3 points at least for Ramirez in the set. That's 3 of the first 12 points. High of 7. Cignal establishing this lead. Back-to-back points delivered by Ramirez.
Excellent serve, Adahar. That quick will work. Perfectly executed that time with Nat Del Pilar.
Part of their offense, really. Zero tempo play for Del Pilar. Del Pilar played only 1 set or 3 sets. Started out last time that this team won at 4 points.
Nat is a tall 6'3" player. Pipe attack, rejected. Ramirez, basang-basa ng defense ng EcoOil DLSU.
That was Ventura who had 4 blocks for LaSalle last time that they won. LaSalle had 17 blocks against the Navy Sea Lions. And this is a picture why they are the second best blocking team right now.
And nobody really blocks maybe all that much, huh? Because they can fly as well. Nice combination play. But the libero keeping it very much in play. Active action, Rodriguez at the end, but the point is scored by Cignal.
That's a winning swipe on that quick tempo play. Retamar to Josaphat before the defense was set. That ball is gone. Down and gone for a 5-point lead.
serve into the net. That's, I think, number 2
Service error for Retamar. Second one in the set.
for the team, no? I
Right.
think because Louis Ramirez had one earlier.
Sa pangatlo na yan, sir, dalawa na yan para kay Owa.
Okay.
So from 10-3, this is a 6-3 counter coming from LaSalle.
Nicely executed serve. And
Linis.
nicely executed
Yes.
open set. And that's delivered cleanly.
Former Fighting Maroon, a fixture for this team, especially with players moving over to crisscross king crunchers. But Wendell Miguel stayed on, always steady, a two-way player, a big-time one at that.
Boy, really, that nobody's mentioning it, but the arrival of crisscross really shaking up the Cignal team. 14-10 is the count right now.
It has sort of somewhat leveled the playing field as well.
In a way,
sir.
yes.
In a way. Which is good for this competition.
No free balls for Louis Ramirez.
Yes.
He's on attack mode. And that's too heavy, too hot to handle for Lorenzo. He's spun around with no real contact with the ball.
Our first point here for Maglinaw in terms of cross-court hit. Scored one earlier off the block. 2 points in the set so far. And they breached the 3-point barrier after being down by as much as 7 at 10-3.
Different kind of serve, serving short, and the quick finds its mark.
6 errors so far for the HD Spikers. That's 6 of the 11 points, over 50% of the total output of EcoOil. Ramirez answers back, strikes again, 4 in the set, 4-point lead, 6.
Here's Josafat. Straight into the hands of Adahar.
Nice.
Jump, and the dunk. Up shot from the middle. The block is not able to hold.
Blockers were there. Canton scores his second point, this time off JP Bugawan, who's one of the best. And that's why he is with the national team.
Mga coach talaga. Kita mo si Justin Ramon. Nakabuka kasi yung kamay niyo. Yung baon niyo kasi yung block niyo. He's looking for a big game at the net from their team. And we arrive at number 16, which means the second technical timeout. We'll take a short break here. We'll return very quickly.
Last conference, di kami tumagal sa Spikers turf kasi natalo kami ng Cignal nung quarterfinals. Siguro yung learnings namin doon is yung maturity pa sa team and yung gelling pa talaga namin. Magpa-perform kami na maayos and ipapakita namin na kaya namin yung sumabay sa mga club teams and hopefully maka-champion kami sa Spikers turf. Yun yung goal din namin.
Well, kung nagawa ng NU mag-champion dito sa Spikers Step, any school team, if you have the material and I'm sure they...
And the hunger.
Given na yung hunger eh. Ako laging gutom.
Me too. All the time.
Sa akin hindi halata, but pwede na. Si Mika! Si Mika!
Sir, alam ko ang paborito ni Mika pag Friday.
Ano?
Tilapia at munggo.
Kaya pala, hindi tayo pinapansin kanina. In the meantime, it's 17-12. Ngayon, hindi na naman tayo pinapansin.
And so far, Cignal has outblocked the team at is second best right now. Talking about EcoOil with 38, or rather 38 blocks. registered so far.
Rotter pala is in the game already. The block is out, and the point will go to the green and white.
Rotter coming in for JM Ronquillo, who used to be the skipper of EcoOil. JM Ronquillo, I mentioned earlier, 42 points scored so far to emerge as the third leading scorer for Cignal so far this conference.
Lorenzo got to it. The quick set on target. JP Bugawan drills it in.
Always a steady presence so far. It was Retamar who activated Josaphat, connected with Louis Ramirez in the first few points up to the midpoint. But now it's EJ Casanya joining forces with JP Bugawan for another excellent point down the middle for a 5-point lead.
Pokita is set red cleanly by the blocking brigade of Cignal.
Echo Adahar was lifted earlier, the second best ranked setter, taken out by Pokita, but still the same result. At least 4 blocks in this set for Cignal. Down to 3 earlier, their advantage now up to 6 once again at this stage of set number 1. Boom. Wow.
Here's Gene Pokita, who has to track it down. Kept it in play, and the hustle results in a point.
Caught flat-footed was Wendell Miguel. Whether it was for him or should have been Vince Lorenzo's ball.
Kala nila kasi patay na nung hinabol ni
Yes, out of
Pokita.
system, yes, but Maglina find a way to beat the defense.
Kaya ang galing ni Pokita, hinabol pa rin niya. Sabi niya, ba hindi pa patayan, gawa natin ng paraan. In the meantime, this ball is in action. Quick! That's long.
Rare miss. Rare miss for the HD Spikers when they were that open. 2-point run. EcoOil. Sabi ni Pokita, sir, just un poquito effort will be enough.
Muy bien, yeah. Numero 15, Magalaman. Josh is about to serve. Set by Lorenzo.
Smart for Wendell Miguel.
Alam niya, mahihirapan
Ilusot.
mahirapan bumaba si Magalaman. Kasi matangkad siya. Tapos hindi siya makakababa. Tingnan niyo rito.
Tignan mo rin kung paano na naiwas dito sa double
Diba?
block.
Yun, bang, boom. In short.
Good target by
Kaya,
Wendell Miguel.
sinasabi sa akin ng mga coaches sa warm-up, pinadadapa nila ang mga middles palagi.
Pinapagulong.
Gumulong kayo. Lalo na yung mga matatangkad, whether outside or middle. Para ayan. But in the meantime,
I remember their last game. They were almost down in the third set, behind 24-22. Against the Navigators, JP Bugawan played a starring role and Mark Calado closed out that match for them with a service ace. But it was Bugawan who rallied them in that third set.
Bugawan and his serve in action. Long, but it's in. It's in. It will be 21-16. Coach Roque will dispatch 2 more players. 2 of the starters.
Right.
Ventura and Adahar return.
Pokita and Fortuna taken out. Echo Adahar trying to regain his bearings against Omar Tamar and EJ Casanya.
Middle. One hand on it. A set. Elevated. Umandal makes it a set. That's blocked. Nice effort that time by John Umandal, but not enough hands to put it in space.
Oilers fighting back, not giving up. Excellent serve coming from Adahar.
Coach
HD
Dex,
Spikers.
wants to talk shop.
Napalo mo yung bola sa gitna. Of course, may block. So, hit here, hit other side. Pag dyan sa kamay pinapalo mo, block ka talaga. Single block na yan eh. So, dito. Same pa rin. First tempo 5, pag nandun yung bola, pwede dito kay Jao. Pwede rin kay Rotter. Okay? Pasa muna. Magaan naman, pwedeng kamayin din. Pero pag nag-short, sino nasa harap? Ikaw, kamayin mo na lang rin. Again, huwag mo paluin. Side. Zone 5, zone 1. Go!
Don't you love the simplicity of this game, which is really very complicated? Diba? When you listen to the coaches, it sounds like a simple game because it's 3 passes. And when you hit it, don't hit it straight into the block. It's such a logical undertaking if you think about it. But when you're in the heat of battle, sometimes logic makes a disappearance. In the meantime, back to this attack by Zhao.
Oh.
Did he make it? Yes, he made it.
It's a facial against Campton. That ball was going out. National team teammates. So Mandal scores a critical point here for HD Spikers.
Laki rin ang pinayat ni Zhao.
At ang laki talaga ng improvement halos. Magaling naman siya dati talaga.
Oh, wala namang question yun.
Pero yung control at yung depensa.
And if you look at pictures of Zhao when he was with the Navy,
Yes.
diba? And he moved on to other teams, he's really lost a ton of weight, which is probably helpful to his flight. All airplanes that are lighter
The gliders, sir. The gliders.
fly faster. All set to serve is Noel Compton. Dug up by Ramirez. Omandal rejected and nobody home in the back row.
At least 3 blocks here in the set. This was already a 21-15 lead. 4-1 counter here coming from LaSalle. So far, in terms of service errors, none so far for LaSalle. HD Spikers with 5.
Casanya drawn out together with Steven Rotter. Referee Rosell is reminding Coach Dex of the number of subs he has left, and Compton will continue to serve. Takes a deep breath. Very low pickup. Almandal tries again. The back row at work. Compton takes care of it. It becomes a set. Nako, home run. Home run. Layo.
Looking for a block touch. None given.
Taas eh.
4 points ahead and 2 points away from closing out this set.
Miguel draws out Jao Mandal. And EcoOil DLSU will try to talk things over first.
Huwag kayong matakot na huwag kayong matakot kung ano yung gusto nyo gawin. Pero dapat nag-iisip tayo. Hindi pwedeng yung galaw lang tayo ng galaw. Diba? Usap. Yung blocking, hindi kailangan na talon lang ng talon. Timingan nyo. Kasi ginagamit din nila kayo eh. O, di unahan lang tayo. Diba? Simple lahat. Lahat ng gagawin natin, kailangan alam nyo, hindi yung bahala na. Tara.
Go, pasama na.
Tulog, pasama natin.
Sagala.
Nakakalimutan natin mag-enjoy. Enjoy lang tayo.
Huwag tayo dyan.
Happy lang muna.
Merong future coach doon. Noel Compton ang pangalan.
Importante na meron kang isang ganyan, sir, na vocal at articulate. But also has to lead by example, which is what he's also doing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, like Chicky Roa rather, takes care of leading us into 4 sets. I will follow.
6 service error of the set. HD Spikers lead down to 3 for them.
Minsan lang pupunta si Jamie dito. Akala ko 5 sets na rin siya. And then, hindi niya dala yung kanyang 5 sets bag today. 4-set win earlier by the Navy against Savosh. Oh, antenna is dancing.
That's a big miscue. 21-15. Since that time, 6-2 late run for EcoOil.
Coach Dex needs a timeout.
Una, kung wala tayong service error, malayo yung lamang natin. Pangalawa, kung relax tayo, katulad dun last time, pwede tayong talunin yan. So it's up to you kung magre-relax kayo o tatapusin nyo na maayos. Go! Let's go!
It's up to you.
What about the EcoOilers doing their share in terms of blocking right now? It's not just the kill blocks, that their ability to slow down and disallow the HD Spikers from scoring easily the way they did in the first part of the match. 10 total errors for the HD Spikers, 6 of them coming from the service line, and that's a lot.
In a game that allows only 25 points to begin with. Here's Lorenzo. They need a clean set. This is a bullet, but it's recovered. The push. The set. Ratamar sets the quick. Really
nice.
clean bullet.
The wing Spikers have been defended better. So Ratamar decides to go to the middle hitter. Defended once, but not twice. For 3 set points.
Here's Josephat serving for the set. We are at set point and the ace.
Beating the welcome ton. Josephat with 2 crucial points. He leaves Cignal out of harm's way. 25-21 scoreline here in the set 1 win for the HD Spikers.
Cignal HD had substantial leads in that first set, but this EcoOil DLSU team not easily phased or intimidated by the reputation of Cignal, and they said, we're going to fight back, and they came close, but couldn't pull abreast.
It was Cignal who jumped the gun on LaSalle, posting an early lead. Up the first technical timeout at 8-2, and in cruise control seemingly until a late run for EcoOil, anchored or helped out by 2 men errors for the HD Spikers, which kept them alive in the late stretches of this first set. But eventually, +7 in attack points, better net defense, and then some service aces diffused those 10 errors that they committed and crossed over to the end of set 1 with a 4-point lead at 25-21, led by the 7 points of Lloyd Josephat, who scored the last 2 points, by the way, for the Cignal HD Spikers.
By the way, don't forget that on Sunday, November 17, we've got 3 games, and the championship between Martelli and Chichi is going to happen. They're bound to meet. Somebody's going to win there. And, those teams so enthusiastic, they're going to go all out for their first win. And in the second game, BNS goes up against the Navigators of Iloilo. And in the third and final nightcap, FEU Steel Ultras up against the Crisscross King Crunchers, who won against Martelli the other day in straight sets. Good-sized crowd on Friday.
Indeed.
Hello, traffic. It's happening. When you get to Shaw Boulevard, it's impossible, but...
Before you get to Pasig, it was already quite heavy.
Friday is sweldo day.
Is it payday, sir?
Yeah. You don't get paid on the 15th, you are not part of the human race.
Kawawa. Can I buy a balance?
No, you cannot. And, well, we are 10 and 25, so... Okay, what does LaSalle EcoOil have to do in this second set? What do they have to do better?
Adahar has to do a better job with this ball distribution, that's one. To get Maglinaw started, they need Toto Maglinaw to anchor their offense once again. 2, the blocking that was almost absent from them the first set, but which reappeared in the latter part of that initial set, is something that has to be a main weapon for them moving forward.
Okay nung nauso yung word na moving forward, na walang nagsasabing looking backward. Laging moving forward.
Rewind na lang.
Okay. Cignal had some anxious moments. And at first, Coach Tex gave them an ultimatum. It's up for you. What you want to do. And Coach Tex does not mince his words when he wants his team to respond. Red Tamar. Nice back row defense by EcoOil. That does not cross over.
Number 6 in blocking. But right now, outworking De La Salle at the net. A total of 6 blocks for the HD Spikers so far in this match.
In action. That's ricocheting off the block. Blocked again. Maglino says, let's set this. Blocked again, and it's airtight right there in the airspace of Cignal.
Open was defended. Middle was also disallowed. And then to the opposite. Shot down once more. 2 offensive blocks to open up set 2 for Cignal.
They try something new. It's playable. It's a long, long dig. The shot creating the point for EcoOil.
Marina has been contained big time. Ventura who scored heavy points for EcoOil in that win versus the Sea Lions. Connects. That's Ventura who had 14 points on 10 of 20 and 4 blocks delivered for La Salle.
EcoOil with the serve. Nice set by Ratamar. It was a beautifully crafted set that stayed in the air just with the right amount of spice.
An NCAA champion both in beach volleyball and in indoor volleyball. That's Louis Ramirez, also part of the last title run for the Cignal HD Spikers.
Here's Ronquillo serving short. Nice quick. It's long and out.
Another slow start here for EcoOil. A former captain of EcoOil on deck to serve. That's J.M. Ronquillo, who has scored 42 points in 5 games for Cignal so far.
Average. Divide 42 by 5.
Divide by 5, 8.2 points per game. That may be wrong.
That's right. That's right. I think so. Basta yung 8 tama. Then round it up.
That's very hard.
Score 4-2. This has been the trend of the 2 sets so far. EcoOil needs a momentum setter here. Oh, wicked shot from Ramirez.
Ratamar splitting the blockers. Bugawan attracting one to open up Louis Ramirez, who scored 2 points so far in the set. This one.
This is what you need.
Yes. Suddenly, Ramirez was isolated against the single blockers. Basag na basag.
3-point lead. Ramirez and his serve. Dug up from down under. Madrina finds the angle.
Had to go for that cut. Line has
But
been
it's
contained.
outside. It's outside pala.
They will challenge.
First challenge this match. Let's go, Sharon. Bella's over there. Naka-white shoes ba?
Yes, sir.
As always.
Automatic.
Automatic. Like us. He's our idol.
Yes, sir.
The hair we cannot do. Siya lang bagay dyan.
I used to have that one also.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I cannot imagine. Okay. Okay. Our tournament format requires that the 4 teams, top 4 teams, will advance. Here is the call. It's really out.
Top 4 teams will advance and the foreign team will join them for a single round robin in the final 4. Hindi na final 4 pala. In the semis.
In the semis. Hindi siya final 4. Final 5. Automatically seeded yung foreign team.
Kasi naman, sir, kung maaga naman silang darating, masyado silang matagal dito. Ano?
Oh, service ace.
Maynard Guerrero is number 4 in receptions, number 1 in digs, but so far, it's been a big challenge to contain these big-time hitters of the HD Spikers. Up 5 once again.
Guerrero was burned there. I know it's his job, but that's so much heat to deal with. Uh-oh. Whistle. Whistle, whistle, whistle.
Ramirez mixing up his service short and then adding a lot of power.
You know, one of the rule changes I sense in the future, that's not going to cross, is when you serve and the whistle is not yet there, they'll probably give the point to the other side. I don't know if that's
To
going to
quicken
happen.
up the game.
It's also possible.
8 service errors. 8 service errors for the HD Spikers. And Coach Dexter Clamore pointed this out late in the previous set.
Both teams serving hard.
Oh, wide open. Wide open.
Ron Killian drilling it in. 5-point lead by the HD Spikers as we segue into the first technical break.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf 2024. Coach Dex Clamore admitted to being most challenged whenever he goes against young teams. Obviously faster, can practice 5 hours a day versus 3 hours of the veterans to avoid injuries. But one thing about this EcoOil DLSU team for him is really their low fast setting. Ang galing daw ng setter, aggressive ang blocking, ang bibilis daw ng bola at palo. Reminded his players that these boys have proven good connection and their materials are legit, especially they have Adar and Magalaman. Both were not part of last year's team when they lost to Cignal in the quarters and straight sets. So defending champs need to be very conscious. So, Coach Ronnie.
Well, crafted report, very, very timely.
Always, Gary Kemika.
Alam mo, Dex also has lost to Dante Linsunurin's NU team
Correct.
in the Spikers turf.
It's all
So-
about respect also, sir.
Yeah, it is also realizing, as Mika pointed out in her report, the difference between 5-hour practices and 3-hour
Oh, that's
practices.
a lot. That's a lot. Yun ang hindi ko talaga mapaliwanag, sir. No? Bakit nung dating high school at college, walang problema. Pag tumit ka na sa pros,
It's called edad.
mileage.
Edad. You call it what you want, but it's edad.
Ooh,
Wow, nasaktan yata.
Oo, lakas.
Malakas
Earlier it was Guerrero was floored. This time it's Maglinaw. Ubor that
Wendell went over there to check on him, ano? Lakas eh.
sobrang lakas, pati necklace natanggal. For a 10-4 lead. This
Ito.
one. And again, the splitting of the two blockers.
Masakit. Facial eh. Ayan, yun si Wendell will go. We'll complete the slow-mo for this one, ha? Let's see. Yes, he apologized, which is the whole point of sport.
What
Huh?
about the middle blockers? Talagang binabasag yung, yung blocking dito ng Lasal. Another open one. Retamar outplaying Adahar so far.
Alam mo, madiin yung palo ng Cignal eh. Madiin at
Hindi lang sa madiin, sir, libre. Ayan, oh.
Saka kargado eh. Nagiging libre na ako libre, pero mabigat din. Kasi yung digging, hindi na masusuportahan yung babae. Hindi na makuha sa taas.
Hindi na
pa
makamay.
makuha sa baba. Oo. Guerrero. Campton. They're missing badly now.
Because they are hitting away from the blockers already to try and avoid another offensive block.
Coach Roque will huddle up his crew anew.
Hindi naman ito yung pinag-usapan natin. Parang ngayon, parang wala, ayaw yung kumilos, ayaw yung gumala, ayaw yung magtulungan. Tara na, hindi na kailangan yan, pare-pares to. Yung 4 points na yan, buong team yan, hindi lang buong isang tao. Diba? O, kung gusto nyo, gawin natin.
Tara, tara.
Go, boys! Go, go, go! Dani natin sa sipag, boy. Hey, ano mo?
It's now time for the motivational part of the program. The X's and O's have not worked, so it's now time to work on the hearts of the players.
A different tone.
They're listening, but they're also not hearing at the same time because they're tensing up as well. And that's the disadvantage, perhaps, of younger players faced with opposition that's so intimidating. In the meantime, how many total service errors?
9. 9 already for Cignal, and that has helped out EcoOil in their first set rally. That stops a scoring run as well here for Cignal in set 2.
12-5 tally. Oh, that's blocked. Neatly done, but it's out. That'll make it 13-5, a new 8-point lead.
Ronquillo playing with his talking to his former teammates, all in the spirit of fair play.
There's na, alam mo, the fair play. Sometimes kakaiba mo yun.
Yeah.
In the spirit of fair decision making.
5-1 run here for Cignal from an 8-3 count, reaching the first technical time. Sir, nakita ko may street food dyan sa kabilang mall.
Oo nga, meron nga.
I walked on the way here.
I know Estancia inside and out, whether the game is Field Sports or here.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
still defended.
attack!
Oh,
Yes! On the cross by Ramirez.
6-1 run from an 8-3 count. The lead has ballooned to 9 at this stage at 14-5 from 8-3.
You know what's happening is EcoOil offering clear skies to the airplanes of Cignal.
That's a song, sir.
They need to create some turbulence at the top, actually.
Something
Here's
that
a
we
set.
don't like when we're passengers,
Yeah, I
sir.
hate that.
That's a triple block.
Free ball given up. Uh-oh, that could have been a bit of a lift, but they let it go. Del Pilar. That's blocked.
Finally, that's LaSalle's major strength. They had 2 in that set 1 loss. Ramirez has scored almost a triple block. So finally ground to Ramirez, 6 in the set for a 2-point run.
Keep in mind this EcoOil, the LSU's side, undefeated in 4 starts. On the other side, Cignal HD is at 4-1. Their only loss was to Savage. That's too hard.
Service ace for Noel Campton. In terms of aces, number 5, or rather number 1, the best serving team are the Eco Oilers, leading to this match. Number so far for Noel Campton. Number 32 in scoring with 36 points delivered so far heading to this game.
Tamar makes this. Oh boy, he has a cannonball with Louis Ramirez on the other side.
That was a very quick play delivered by Retamar for Ramirez. Ramirez, as we mentioned earlier, 34 points, number 31 in scoring, but so far, I believe he has scored the most here in this match for Cignal.
Oh, they had to play patty cake at the net. That did not materialize. Nice set. And that's a much better coordinated play with Del Pilar, making it 15-8.
Golden opportunity for Cignal to put EcoOil in a deeper hole. Transition, Pokita make sure that Del Pilar will be isolated. And that was against Ronquillo.
Tangkad nito si Magalaman. 6'6" yung registered height niya.
3-1 run counter here coming from EcoOil.
Off the block. Block.
Wow.
Paulino nowhere to go despite being all dressed up.
Wow.
And we arrive at the second technical break. An 8-point lead at 16-8 for Cignal HD.
Ilaw, may pa. Di na maghahanap ng kung anong sagot sa mga tanong dahil ikaw ang katiyakan ko. Hindi na. Taas!
Ang tawag doon sa kanta na yun, abadi, 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 abada,
Sir.
abadi, abada.
Sir, walang pakialaman, sir.
Di ba si alam ni Ratamar na napakita right now eh. Kaya tawan-tawa rin siya sa sarili.
Kanya-kanya yan. Kanya-kanya tipa.
Abadi, abadi, abada, abadi. 16-8. Nagsaset na lang ako.
Umiset.
Nako, wala. Alam mo, pag nabablock ka sa net, nai-intimidate ka,
Apektuhan ka talaga.
nasisilong ka eh.
Lalo pag bata. But this is reason they will learn.
But you can't stop firing. You have to shoot and try to make the adjustments in the air. 17-8 down here in the second.
Paglinaw is a 3 of 19. He is the third best spiker at 50% attack rate. Today, contained and shut down. Overreach.
Yeah.
Dumikit na kanina. Umalagwa na naman ulit.
Biggest lead at 10 in the second set.
Biggest lead indeed.
Ronquillo back in the service area. Earlier in the first set, 25-21 was the hum of the count. Looked long, but Guerrero tracked it down. It becomes a set. Neatly done. Fortuna.
Might be the answer that they need. Who knows? Coach Jose Roque pushing a different button. Fortuna. That's Michael John. Played just one set. Started out for them in the previous match versus the Sea Lions. Did not score.
That crosses the net. Ronquillo and Magsanov. Akala ko titira mo, wala yung court na sa tabi.
Pass the ball lang. Pass. First pace of action here for Silang. Stephen Lothar also makes his way back together with Jao Umandal. That's a full front line.
That is, in military terms, the artillery.
In the front line.
Frontal assault. Ramirez swinging rather to the back row. Still as lethal because he can strike from the pipe. Nice dink that time, but rejected.
Wow.
Good adjustment on the set.
Exactly.
Silang providing that versatility.
Love that play coming from Chris Silang. Also used to play for FEU. Mark Calado scored the winning point. One of the leading scorers for the HD Spikers also comes from FEU.
Isang katebang FEU. Chris Silang, Bugawan, Vince Lorenzo, Calado.
And FEU was the team that beat EcoOil in the ZD.
Nga pala. No?
Kailangan handa tayo. Hindi yung nagugulat-gulat tayo. Ang kailangan natin, gumising tayo. Ala, tulala kayo eh. Ala, parang yung tingin yun, see-through. Hindi nyo nakikita kung anong ginagawa na ng kalaban. Hindi na tayo nagbabasa. Masyado tayong complacent. Kaya eh, kaya. Tara, sinusoy naman natin to. Tara.
Let's go! Ready mo!
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to frame it properly. Parang the young men, it's easy to say they're intimidated. He's Coach Jose is trying to dig in deep. He's, the teacher in him is coming out. What am I teaching right now? What can these young men learn in this dilemma that they're in right now? In the meantime, the set. And they respond as they get something to buy. They arrive at the twin digits
Welcome
level.
country really has to be at the forefront of a second set rally. A first set uprising was something that they were able to impose against the HD Spikers after being behind by a lot of points early on.
A familiar refrain, 10 points is the lead.
Wow.
And Umandal hammers one in and you, making it an 11-point spread.
Bugawan once again with a decoy move. to free up Jao Umandal. How many excellent sets? Meaning HD Spikers isolated against a single blocker or not defended at all. Have we seen for Cignal throughout this match so far?
Waza is in for Cignal. Reverse set by Pugita.
That's a big one.
Jao Mandal.
That's a big one.
Closing it down.
A much improved defender,
Yes.
showing us different facets of his
Yes.
overall package right in front of the head coach of the men's national team.
I know that the head coach is here. He's watching somewhere.
There, sir.
Yeah. Block. Is it out?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Campton gets it. They are considering a challenge here. Yung natural leader si Campton eh. Tsaka late na yung challenge eh. But it's still an imposing 11-point lead. We find a new face for EcoOil. This is Gloria. Omandal on the receiving end. And a miss by Rotten.
playing only his second match for Cignal. Also part of the national pool and the national team.
That's already should be preparing for the World Championship next year.
Around September.
Yeah.
Southeast Asian Games will also be played next year.
In
around
Thailand.
December.
In Thailand.
Yes.
Oh. And we have it at 23-12 now. Cignal getting away with everything they want to get away with here.
In the first set, this was the way Cignal started, but Salle waked up in time. Although aided by 8 service errors or 6 service errors for Cignal.
Oh, that's a double contact. They'll call it kitang-kita.
Look at the reaction of Coach Jose Roque.
And it is set point. Kitang-kita.
Cignal have a set point. Serving for the set, Steven Water.
You know, after years of looking at sets, now you finally know when it is called or not called, actually. That's inside. And this second set is now part of the colorful history of the Spikers. They have a very authoritative second set.
Oh, yes. The first set win was impressive, but this one, one-sided really. Total dominance for the HD Spikers. Intimidation, seamless play. Those two things really must work in favor of the HD Spikers for a 2-set lead against the Young Turks from EcoOil de la Salle.
Okay, the Cignal HD Spikers getting away with everything they want to do in the match so far. They have a 2-set to love lead.
I believe that it starts defensively for them. Imagine, Maglina only given 3 points in that set 1 win. In set 2, none at all. That's how well they have defended De La Salle throughout this match. Blocking, big defense, everything has worked well for Cignal. And then the offense, that has been difficult to stop. Retamar, Casanya, and then Silang joining forces.
agree, yeah.
And just making sure that their loaded arsenal delivers what is needed. In
Yeah,
the first set,
that's
it was plus.
Yeah.
Double check this. In the first set, La Salle disadvantage 14-7 in attack count. Right now, 13-6, more or less along that line. And then the blocking once again. And that blocking efficiency, that excellence at the net has made it tough for EcoOil to connect in terms of their offense. And they committed more errors this time with 7 or 3 more compared to just 4 in that set 1 loss. 2-set lead for HD Spikers at this stage.
Huwag niyong kakalimutan, Arena Plus astig sa sports. And, the Oilers are looking and staring at the possibility of their first loss. There's the national coach.
Always is present here.
You are very much into Italian names these days.
Si, senor.
Signore.
Senor.
Well, that's the international trend, and national teams getting coaches from different countries. And there are, both in basketball and volleyball, professional coaches. And I guess in all sports nowadays, there are those who have made it a career to be professional coaches who tour the world. Tapos ang kasi, meron ding program ang FIVB of helping out countries that are developing their volleyball programs.
Correct, sir.
That's why we got Coach De Brito also.
Jorge De Brito.
Yeah. Oh, I see in all the malls.
Really, sir?
Yeah. Not naman all. But it's proving that I'm in all the malls. But no. In most of the malls. It's been enjoying his downtime.
That
In the
was
meantime.
Angelino Frigoni earlier, which you saw. Head coach of the men's national team. Alas national team.
And here we go. EcoOil needs something super special to turn this tide because the Cignal team interested in going home early.
A totally different unit right now for EcoOil, who scores the first point on the two-hand push by Campton. No Maglinaw, no Del Pilar. Pokita starting out at the harsh to not inside, but Noel Campton is a constant.
Yeah.
Maynard Guerrero as well.
And Fortuna is also there. Rocket coming from Canton.
Wow.
Jao Mandal. Mr. Muscle.
Mr. Muscle. Number 18 scoring 54 points. Number 7 in spike percentage at 45%.
Oh, look at that wind-up. Look at that whip. It's even more lethal nowadays compared to his USD days. Nice quick set. Lyod gets it to Bart. Paulo Lyod, first time to see action here.
Something that we did not see in the first 2 sets was La Salle in the lead. 1 point edge for La Salle at this stage.
Lorenzo, pipe attack. We're going almost exclusively with Jao Mandal here.
Ramirez finished with 9 points in the first 2 sets. Josapat with 7, Ronquillo 6, Bogawan 6, Miguel 5. Umandal, not so far among the leading scorers. Now with 6, 2 points here in set 3.
Pogito. Retamar. Bogawan had to punch it over.
That's a miss on the pipe.
Yeah, that's a miss. Indeed. The defense also holding. And that'll make it 3-2. Cignal back in front, where they've been all throughout this game.
2 point run here for Cignal. La Salle trying to play more spirited, trying to move better as well.
And this has been the bane of Cignal tonight. They're going to look at this stat and probably practice this hard tomorrow.
10.
Serving.
Wow.
Too many. Fortuna is all set to unleash his serve.
That's her.
Unleashed indeed. Oh, one-handed set.
Tremendous play coming from Retamar. That's the advantage of a very tall playmaker. Suddenly, the defense was nowhere to be found. This one, look.
You know, Retamar and singing might not be the best combination for today.
That's
but
profiling,
that,
sir.
No. That's
He'll
really,
get another
that's
chance.
the truth. Pagbigyan nyo si Retamar, isa pang kanta, yung madali-dali.
Yeah.
Pinahirapan nyo eh. Blocked!
Merciless at the net.
Yes, that's the word.
A total of 10 blocks in the match for the HD Spikers. Last time that they played, they had 10 against Iloilo.
Alam mo ang EcoOil kasi hindi sila yung hulog-hulog team eh. They're not that way. They're a power hitting team. They're not the I'm gonna ding kind of team. They strike away. Up.
It's a violation. Ramirez played safe. Point goes to HD Spikers. Incidentally, total service errors 10 for Cignal, but they have 10 blocks.
Bawi-bawi lang.
LaSalle, no service error in this game so far.
Nice drop. To the back row we go. Again, there is defense, but unable to hold there, and it's taken away by EcoOil.
Stops a 4-point run here for AJ Spikers as they get to point number 4. Talking about EcoOil.
Too strong.
Good read by Lorenzo.
3-point lead by the HD Spikers, who have a 2-set-to-love lead in the set count. Another laser-like serve. Oh, of Lorenzo.
That is the most emphatic kill of this match so far for EcoOil. Playing much better here in set number 3.
You know, that took away a play that they were trying to craft it. Coach Dex was anticipating Lorenzo would get it. Jao Mandal went into position already, but, well, Lorenzo's sorry, he didn't get it. Here we go. It's too long for Jao Mandal. It's out. Jao claiming is a check. We're going to have a rare challenge in this match.
Especially coming from Cignal.
Coach Dex, who is an assistant in the national team, has also toured with the national team when they went to Europe. Together with also Coach Dante Alinsonurin, who used to be the head coach and now has graciously accepted being an assistant anew. His experience will be invaluable. Ano kaya tinitingnan nila sa iPad? Ano yung palabas sa Netflix ngayong gabi? Hindi naman siguro. Ano?
Series ba o movies yan?
Yeah, ewan ko. Or documentary. Ow.
Almost. One goal away.
Unsuccessful challenge. That'll make the count 7-6. That nips the net. Retamar with the set. Oh, Fortuna had to kneel down and stand up. That's too high and out for Compton. And we will arrive at the first technical break of the third set. It's 8-6 Cignal.
you're still watching the Spikers Turf 2024. Despite losing 2 sets, Coach Jose Roque is still proud of his boys for several reasons, 2 of which are their maturity and their better defense compared to when they faced Cignal last year. Although, notice they need to improve their service and blockings as we can see. But one thing I really liked about the huddle was this. He said, going to the crucial sets, you have to remember that we are here to gain something, learn something from this strong club team. If we win without learning, it's like we didn't win. If we lose with filled up notebooks, that's a win. Sir Sev, you mentioned Coach Jose starting to bring the teacher out in him. I believe you're right, with a little sprinkle of reverse psychology. Now, we asked you to bring in your comments through our hashtag #SpikersTurf 2024. We have 3 of them here. At Blanche Jessie said, ang gwapo ng mga opposite haters ng Cignal. Ito naman si at August Leo 1993, Daddy Noel carrying the load for Green Spikers. Fight, fight. At si at Bautista Daniel B, Noel Campton blocks baby JM Ronquillo. Again, mukhang madaming fans itong si Noel Campton. Bring in your comments and your shoutouts to our hashtag, which is SpikersTurf 2024, through our Facebook and our Instagram pages. Sir Sev, Coach Ronnie.
And that's a full rundown from Mika Abisanos. Thank you very much. In the meantime, Hampton gets that to strike off the block. And we are, if I'm right, 8, tied at 8. Last 2 points scored by the Oilers.
We're seeing things that we haven't seen in the first 2 sets coming from EcoOil, and that's why we have a tie count at 8. So far, attack rate, 25% for De La Salle. HD Spikers at 48%.
Gene Pugita serve. Ooh.
That's another miss coming from Mamanda.
Yeah, he missed it. And the lead is in the hands of EcoOil, scoring 3 straight points now. Wendell Miguel will give João Mandal a chance to reflect there.
It's already a 4-1 run coming from EcoOil.
Gene Pugita serve. Cignal running into a spate of errors here. 4 straight points by the Oilers.
Now they're playing more relaxed after being down by 2 sets.
Gene Pugita serve.
Another good serve.
3 ball coming up. They play it short. Oh!
Wow.
What a miss.
What a play by Miguel.
Oh. Miguel decided to take it so easy, and Layo had problems handling the ball at the net.
Because that ball went in just barely above the net. Excellent decision coming from Wendell Miguel. Precise delivery.
And really, the tall guys find it very hard to stoop down a little more. They're already in attack mode. Oh, bullet from Campton. Pokita. That's gonna bite for Tuna.
You heard the sound. That was clean and clear for a 2-point lead. Fortuna has really helped out EcoOil. Not just in this set, but even in that second set loss.
Retamar. Regalo, but not quite. Retamar resets. Guerrero doing a good job keeping it in play. This will still be in play. Pokita reverses. The whip. Lorenzo got to it. Retamar changes his ideas. It's in the hands of Ronquillo. Attack? Yes, they get it to end.
Smart. But what about Retamar? Scrapping, hustling, on the move, but not a problem. Disallowing LaSalle from building a 3-point lead. Cignal chasing down a 1-point deficit. This back set on the run.
Kasi he had to do something different and nababasa na yung ginagawa niya sa harap. He'd swing kaya sa kapila. In the meantime, 1-point affair here in the third.
Lumabas na yung laro ng LaSalle.
Oh. Nice dive by Lorenzo. Retamar tosses it over. Pokita. That's gonna work in the corner.
Another 2-point lead. LaSalle moving better, moving freely.
Tsaka loose, no?
Oh,
Loose.
nawala na eh.
Nothing to lose.
Correct.
Talo kung talo, ba't ito labas ng lahat to? They are in the lead by 2. They strung together 4 straight points after the technical timeout. That's a bullet right on target.
Jem Ronquillo, formerly of LaSalle, the captain last year. Ronquillo so far this conference, 42 points, 34 attack points, 6 blocks, 2 service aces heading to this game at number 24 among the leading scorers.
JP Bugawan just came in before this serve. Pukita, and there's a call. Another call. It's a catch and pass on Pukita. Borderline kasi si Pukita. It's almost like a beach volleyball
Correct.
set.
Nagtatagal, ano?
Umuupo sa kamay. Yun, mas lusot yun. Nagkagulo ng konti ang Cignal. Bugawan has to adjust in the air. The strike. Oh!
Bugawan was defended, and then in transition, LaSalle able to extricate himself from the standoff and this bomb pass coming from Maynard Guerrero.
Guerrero is a steady libero. Not too many things getting by him, actually.
Number 1 in digs, number 4 in reception. That's Maynard Guerrero.
Ramirez is foiled.
Ito na yung blocking ng LaSalle.
Stretch. And this one will bite.
Second chance. Making things happen is Louis Ramirez. The leading scorer, I believe, has scored 11 points. The only one in double figures for HD Spikers. Ties the count at 13 apiece.
Pukita has played more moments here in this latter half of the match. Ramirez slams it against the block. And Magalaman unable to contain it.
Just like Joe Mandal, Ramirez playing with better control. Really a power hitter. And he was with the Perpetual Altas. But now, more maturity, better offensive package, and of course, toughness on defense as well.
14-13. Lorenzo. Nice set.
Ramirez again.
Beautiful set. You can tell from the set that good things are going to happen.
Mandal missed at least 3 here in this set.
You know, my basis usually for that is alam ko pag masarap paluin. Pag maganda yung set, it clears everything.
Totoo naman.
And suddenly a 2-point lead. That's off a block. That's off a block.
Fortuna has really come alive here.
Yes, he has.
Scoreless in their last win. Fortuna now was at least 4 points in the match. No sign of Young Mendoza, by the way. 5 points for Fortuna. Big contributions with the, of course, their leading scorer, Toto Maglinaw, shut down.
Guerrero falling down but keeping it in play. Lorenzo. That's unstoppable. We arrive at the second technical timeout. Cignal breathing a little easier. They're back in the lead by 2. Here are the latest team standings after the match earlier today, and you can understand the passion in which these teams are biting at each other.
No
here.
doubt. Only 9 games per team and only 4 teams crosses over to the semifinals, and that is the race for everyone.
Martelli and Chichi will finally part ways on Sunday as they have the first game, and they will meet to whoever gets that first win. It's like a championship. Your favorite NBA superstars on NBA TV Philippines now available on Cignal Play. Download the Cignal Play app on the App Store and Google Play, and subscribe now to catch all the action in this new NBA season.
2 points given up on a double contact violation. Pokita gets one back on display. Excellent. Excellent reception coming from Campton.
Binilisan niya no? 1 point affair here. Retamar.
And again, the adjustment by Retamar. The advantage of being that tall coming into play.
And having so many weapons at your disposal. JP Bugawan is at the service deck.
The captain.
That's outside.
That's a rare miss coming from Acuna, who went for a line shot.
But definitely a so much better set compared to the second. The first set wasn't so bad for EcoOil because they came in
Humabol,
close.
sir, eh. Oo, humabol.
25-21 yun.
Dumikit. Although, marami doon puntos galing sa Cignal.
Yes, to be very, very explicit about it. That's going to count and ravishing the moment.
Still alive. As she pointed out, Pokita stayed on. Better flow on offense for them, although they're still behind by 2. But it was Pokita at the service line who gave them the 2-point lead earlier. Let's see.
Retamar on the jump. Lorenzo sets up Miguel. That's not going to arrive. Return to sender.
Smart.
And
Smart.
he gets it to hit out. Warning siguro kay Miguel. Warning kay Miguel. Ikot ka bata.
Half turn lang.
Yeah. And the rule is when you are going to celebrate, you have to look away. Turn around.
Maganda pala ng gold trimmings ng uniform ng Cignal.
Ano?
May gold trimming dito sa neck.
Oh, nga.
Ganda.
Blocked out.
Off the block point coming from Campton.
EcoOil still in the running here.
Still no sign of Maglinaw. Pokita to Campton. Gets a double block. Campton delivers.
Bantayado si Maglinaw eh. Probably
50% hitter siya. Ngayon, nasa 10%.
less than
bumaba na bumaba.
Exactly. Bantayado eh. Compton. Wicked serve. That's a big shot by Ramirez.
That's a logo shot coming from Ramirez.
Oh, yeah.
14 for Ramirez. Tremendous form here. Look at this.
Yeah, he looks like the logo of the Spikers. If you make a match, what we call a match dissolve, it'll be swak na swak.
Pasok.
To the back row we go. Lorenzo bumps it up.
Tight.
What is the call?
Hit the antenna.
Yeah, I think so. Gloria will return. Saw very brief action earlier. He served in the second set.
18 serving, 20 serving, Eugene Gloria.
Lorenzo. That is on target.
Excellent passing coming from Lorenzo. Retamar, always calm, always composed. You like his demeanor. Keeps things simple, but gets the job done.
Pokita. That doesn't connect. Ramirez takes a moment before flying. Dug up cleanly. Ramirez wallops it in.
Magalaman did not know what hit him. Ramirez mixing it up. Definitely the top gun for the HD Spikers tonight. That's Louis Ramirez, who now was 15 points.
Alam mo si Louis Ramirez before he takes a quick look at the other side and then flies. Oh, Messi reception now makes it 23-18. Some big steps coming up for Cignal to cross the finish line of this match. Time at the LSU EcoOil.
Wala.
Oh, hinga. Wala natin ang paraan ng ano, ha? Ito lang yung ano, lahat ng bolang darating, Fox, kausapin mo talaga yung player mo, yung spiker mo. Kailangan alam nila yung ginagawa nila, hindi yung galaw na lang galaw. Tara.
Sabay.
Let's go!
Go, anima!
Rizal!
And our count here in the third, 23-18, Cignal threatening to seal it all up. They took the first two sets.
25-21 was the first set
And
count.
then 25-12 in the second.
Closest set we have seen so far in the match.
Fortuna.
Side out here. Rated by Fortuna for EcoOil. 19 in the set. Most number of points. Rather, a good number of points compared to the 12-point output in that second set loss.
Let's see if EcoOil can stall Cignal here.
Wow.
Ramirez has plans for the evening as he brings his team to match point.
How many players have Cignal floored with the force of their shots?
No.
Dami, di ba, sir?
Dami. You can count the, I hate to use the term, count the bodies actually.
That's a ratatatat move coming from Cignal in this game. Imposing.
Yeah.
Remember that LaSalle has lost only one set heading to this match.
And they have not lost. That'll do it. We are done.
Not release day, talking about Eco Adahar.
Too many errors also. Execution errors actually by EcoOil.
Look at his
Hurt
reaction.
them. Yeah.
And Cignal will climb to 5-1 and bring down EcoOil to 4 wins. and
Their
a single
first loss.
Correct.
First loss of the Oilers, but the tournament still has gains for them, as you mentioned. 9 games.
9 games. That's all you have to get to the semis.
Top 4 plus a foreign team will
Correct.
join us.
In a single round robin phase.
But a good exercise for EcoOil as they had a very stiff challenge from Cignal HD, one of our bonded teams, our champion team as well here in the Spikers turf. So let's take a look at the big score. That's the final count, 3-0 win by the HD Spikers. Best player of the game will be with Mika Abisavi shortly.
the Inares Sports Arena for your Spikers Turf 2024. And right now, I am with the best player of this match, who is Louie Ramirez. Congratulations, Louie. No? Napakaganda ng challenge na binigay sa inyong DLSU, lalo na nung first and third set. Pero dinala mo sila sa match point at syempre, you ended with 16 points and 15 attacks. Kamusta ka ngayon?
Okay naman. Syempre, gusto naming manalo kasi nga lahat ng game namin is crucial. So, pagiging namin lahat ng game namin.
Okay. Kamusta naman ang naging experience, lalo na at alam niyong undefeated, bago ngayong araw na to ang DLSU at syempre talagang idol kayo ng mga batang to?
Syempre, nag-focus kami sa strategy namin kasi nga alam namin contender yung Lasal sa Final Four. So, yun. Wala relax, all out.
Okay. Alam kong pagod ka na, Louie, pero pwede kang bumate. Meron ka ba gustong batiin?
So, binabati ko yung management namin na nanood ngayon and sa family ng mga kasama ko. And yun, sa lahat na sumusupport sa Cignal and sa Spikers.
Alright, maraming salamat. Once again, the best player of this match is Louie Ramirez. Balik sa inyo, Sir Sev, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you very much and well done, Mika Bisamis. And Ronnie, there were moments when you thought EcoOil De La Salle was on the verge of a major comeback, but the experience of Cignal holding on to their advantage here.
And that's why this is the winningest team in the history of the Spikers Turf. Played with confidence, played with a plan, and they executed that plan to the hilt and understood the fact that EcoOil was a dangerous team. Respect begets respect, and they had to perform well, something that they did so well against the upstarts, the youngsters from the EcoOil De La Salle team. Numbers that will tell you, for the first time in the match, it was a close one. Once again, EcoOil hurt by those 7 errors, the Cignal keeping the barest, or rather the minimum error count to be able to deflate whatever EcoOil had in terms of turning this match into a possible 4-setter.
Okay, and that'll be it for Ronnie Magsanok and Mika Abisamis, while yours truly, Seb Samantha, inviting all of you for the duel between Martelli and Chichi, and that will finally create a winner out of one of those two. And VNS and DMV get entangled in the second, and a good one in the last one, Ronnie.
Oh yes, definitely. That's a battle for ages.
And if you're looking for a place where power of a sport meets love and dedication and passion, you're in the right place. Its name is the Spikers Turf. Good night.